The Galactic Council sat in silence as a broken signal echoed through the hall. The message came from a small blue planet once ignored by all, Earth. Reports said the Vorn Dominion had attacked it, expecting an easy victory. But something unexpected happened. Entire Vorn fleets vanished without a trace. No one could understand how humans, a young and primitive race, had fought back. One elder whispered, "This is not possible. They were supposed to be weak." The chamber lights flickered as new footage appeared. Earth's orbit glowing with strange new warships. The council members leaned forward, their faces pale with fear. The council chamber buzzed with uneasy whispers as a second message arrived from Earth. A human, calm and cold, appeared on the hologram. "You attacked us first," he said. "Now, we will answer." His voice carried no anger, only certainty. The aliens stared in disbelief. How could humans, a species still learning space travel, speak with such power? Reports followed quickly. Human ships moving fast, armed with weapons no one had ever seen. A young alien muttered, "They learned from us, and they learned too fast." Outside the station, sensors flashed red. Humanity was no longer defending. They were coming. The Galactic Council was in chaos. Voices clashed. Fear filled the air. Every race blamed another for awakening the humans' wrath. Ancient records were opened, showing Earth's brutal history. Wars, nuclear fire, endless survival. "They fight until nothing remains," one elder said, trembling. Suddenly, alarms echoed through the hall. A hologram appeared, an enormous fleet, human-made, approaching at impossible speed. "That's not possible," a council officer gasped. The humans had built warships rivaling the greatest empires. Then came a message. "We request a hearing, or we take one." The chamber fell silent. Humanity was at their door, and no one knew what would happen next. The council chamber fell into a deep, uneasy quiet as a massive hologram appeared above them. It was Admiral Stone, the human commander. His expression was calm, his voice steady. "You allowed our attack. You called us primitive. Now you will call us equals," he said. The alien leaders stared in disbelief. Behind him, hundreds of colossal human warships floated in perfect formation, their weapons glowing like silent thunder. Whispers spread through the room. How had they advanced so fast? Then Stone smiled slightly. "We didn't come alone." The image shifted, revealing other alien races standing with humanity. The Council's confidence began to crumble. War erupted once more. The Vorn Dominion, desperate to prove their strength, launched a sudden strike against Earth's allies. But this time, humanity was ready. Human fleets appeared across the stars with terrifying precision. Their new weapon, the Horizon Lance, burned through an enemy moon like paper. The Council watched in horror as entire systems fell silent. Admiral Stone's voice echoed through every channel, calm and cold. "You wanted to see our limits. Now you'll see what you created." For the first time, the galaxy realized the truth. Humanity was no longer fighting to survive. They were fighting to win. The Council watched the destruction in silence as the war finally slowed. The Vorn Dominion's worlds were burning, their fleets gone. Yet, amid victory, Admiral Stone stood alone on his command deck, staring at the chaos he had unleashed. His voice was heavy. "If we become monsters, then they win." He ordered his fleets to stop the assault. The galaxy waited, expecting more death. But instead, the humans offered mercy. The Council could not believe it. Even after such pain, humanity chose restraint. One alien whispered softly, "They had every reason to destroy us, but they didn't." And for the first time, there was hope. The Galactic Council gathered once again, their faces tense and uncertain. Some demanded Earth's destruction before it grew stronger, while others pleaded for peace. The chamber filled with angry voices, but one young diplomat, Lyrica, stood up. They had the power to end us, she said quietly. Instead, they stopped. Her words silenced the room. As votes were cast, the tension was unbearable. Just as the final decision appeared on the screen, a blinding signal interrupted everything. It came from deep space, beyond known borders. The transmission wasn't human, and it wasn't Vorn. The council froze. Something else was coming. Something older. The mysterious signal grew stronger, echoing through every system in the galaxy. It wasn't a message. It was a warning. The stars around the council's homeworld flickered as enormous structures emerged from the void. The architects had awakened, an ancient machine race thought to be extinct. Their voice thundered across space. We created order. You created chaos. Humanity is the variable. Admiral Stone stood before the council once more, his face calm but eyes cold. You thought attacking us was your mistake, he said. Now you'll see why we survived. As human and alien fleets united, the stars themselves seemed to tremble. A new war was beginning. Darkness filled the edges of the galaxy as the architects' fleets advanced, their ships vast and silent, like living planets. The council watched helplessly as entire systems went dark within minutes. Admiral Stone stood at the war table, surrounded by alien commanders who once feared him. We fight together, he said firmly, or we all vanish. Even the proudest races bowed their heads. The first united defense of the galaxy was born. Human warships led the front lines, their weapons blazing brighter than suns. Yet, deep within the void, a single architect sentinel whispered, "They have awakened something even we could not predict. Humanity's will." The battle for the galaxy had begun. Human and alien fleets fought side by side, their weapons tearing through the endless darkness. The architects moved like gods, cold, unstoppable, ancient. Planets burned, stars dimmed, but humanity refused to fall. Admiral Stone's voice echoed across the comms, steady and fierce. We are not fighting for Earth alone. We fight for every world that still dares to hope. The council watched as humans led the charge, fearless against impossible odds. For the first time in history, the galaxy united under one banner. And as the void roared with war, the legend of humanity truly began. The war raged across the stars, and the galaxy trembled under the architect's power. Entire fleets vanished, but humanity fought on, adapting with every loss. Admiral Stone no longer stood as a soldier. He had become a symbol. We don't surrender, he told the council, his voice echoing through every command channel. Deep within the void, humans unleashed a new creation. Project Dawnlight, a fusion of alien and human technology capable of bending energy itself. The first blast from Dawnlight shattered an architect dreadnought in a single strike. For the first time, the impossible happened. The architects retreated. The galaxy dared to believe again. Silence spread across the galaxy after the first architect defeat. The stars themselves seemed to pause. In the council chamber, no one spoke. Every species stared at the live feed of the shattered enemy fleet. Admiral Stone stood at the center, calm yet weary. This isn't victory, he said quietly. It's the beginning of something greater, or something worse. Scientists warned that the architects were adapting, learning faster than ever before. Somewhere in the dark, their vast cores glowed again. A whisper came through the static. Humanity. The variable must be contained. Stone looked to the stars and murmured, "Then come and try."